The first time I came to UTEP, I saw that the population of students was really non-traditional. I thought it was important to participate in the Servingness series because I would have the chance to talk with more experienced faculty and see how they could leverage all these things that we have from our non-traditional students.
I'll be honest in saying that when I first got the invitation, I didn't really know what I was getting into. It felt like, oh, this is a big chunk of time that I'm being asked for. But it was within that space that we got to work collaboratively with folks from the Hispanic Research Council, individuals at Inspire, and then, of course, other faculty that were brand new to the university and coming from all different colleges and departments so that we could come together and kind of co-create these visions of what it meant to engage in servingness at an HSI.
El Paso itself as a community is a very unique place. And I wanted to make sure that I needed to reorient my view, right? Because coming from this research-intensive background, what are the needs for my students? What are some of the tactics and strategies I can have or use for recruitment and also for retention? And that's where the Servingness series came in. It was actually at the perfect time. I remember sitting in my office thinking, about this in a sense, not even knowing that it was called Servingness. What it helped me do is identify, really what Servingness is. What are some of the things that I'm doing now that are considered servingness that I had no idea were considered servingness? And what are some of the things that I can do which are specific to UTEP and related to the community that UTEP serves?
I think I remember the first session was very remarkable because we were able to realize how we are already serving our students through the service we do here and through our teaching.
The second session was really nice in thinking about the ways that we can engage in research and work with students in our courses in meaningful ways. So the experiences in each of the sessions, they did differ and targeted us developing in different ways.
UTEP wants to be inclusive and at the same time provide excellence in teaching and in research and services. As a professor, I think it's very important that we create this community in our classroom and also in our research group. So we want to make sure that people feel like they belong and people feel like their voices are heard.
Servingness to me was a word that I thought I knew how to serve. So what's the difference between serving and servingness? And it's positioning myself into a space within the university of highlighting the assets of the students that are here, bringing that into the research, because in kind of aligning with where we are situated and the mission and goals of the university, providing those high quality opportunities with open access to all of the students who are attending here.
The way I interpret UTEP's mission is working very strongly with the community to provide access to research and education.
And in showing up to new faculty events, I wouldn't necessarily be talking to them if it hadn't been for this space in which we came together and talked about things that aren't necessarily around common research interests or teaching interests, but rather coming together to serve the students.
The Servingness series, it helps me identify ways that I can structure my research program, ways that I can structure my lectures and my courses so that I'm able to provide access to research and education to a broader group, to the folks from around the community.
So I would certainly recommend for new faculty to participate in the series. I think I learned a lot from it.